Hey everyone, welcome back to RJK English. It's finally spring here in the United States. I live on the East Coast near the capital, Washington, D.C. So it's finally nice. So I'm sweating a little bit because I was out walking. So let's talk today about renting a house, and we'll talk a little bit about owning as well. How do we talk about this? What vocabulary do we use? First, if you own a house, you either buy it with cash and you own it, or you get a mortgage. Mortgage. We pronounce it like this: mortgage, but it's mortgage. And I believe that the mort in here probably refers to that you have it for a certain amount of time and it kind of dies. You know, you have it for a certain period of time. A mortgage will add interest into it so that you're paying off the interest as you're also paying into the cost of the house. So as you pay the interest, you are also getting what we call equity. Equity means you own it. So at first you don't own any of it. The bank owns it, right? The bank gives you the mortgage. But as you pay the interest. Interest is fee by percentage. You pay the interest, which is like a fee by percentage to the bank, but you're also paying into the actual cost of the house as well. And as much as you pay into the cost of house, you have equity. You own that part of it. You have equity in it, ownership. So if you own the house for 5 years, usually we do 30-year mortgages here. So after 30 years, you own it. So after 5 years, you maybe, let's say it's a $200,000 house. You maybe have $5,000, maybe $10,000 equity, maybe $10,000 to $20,000 equity in it. You own $20,000 of it. So if you sell, you would get $20,000 minus the cost of selling. So you're talking about equity when you talk about owning. But a lot of people don't buy, they lease or rent. When you're renting, this is basically the same word when it comes to renting an apartment or leasing an apartment. It's basically the same thing. When you rent or lease, there is an owner. He is not called a householder. We don't call him this. We call him the owner. And this actually gets difficult. Officially, he would be the renter and you would be the rentee. Just like someone that employs you, your company that you work for, they're called the employer and you are called what? The employee, right? But our language for this is kind of broken down. It doesn't work that way when we just talk casually. We usually call them the owner or the landlord. Landlord. You can call them the landlord. Which Lord. But anyways, you are the renter or the tenant. Okay? When you rent, you sign a contract. We call that a lease. You are signing a lease. And when you add your signature to it, you sign it. Some countries you use your thumbprint. And some people do a 3-year lease, meaning you have to rent from there for 3 years. Some people do a 1-year lease. Here it's common to have a 1-year lease. And within the contract there is fine print. We call it fine print. And there's a common saying here, hey, make sure to read the fine print. That means read all the legal language as well, because that's where the details of your contract are. The details are the fine print or the terms. The terms. What are the terms of your contract? Oh, well, I have to pay on this date. I have to maintain the property, etc. Those are the terms. Often you have to give a deposit or a down payment. Some people call it a guarantee. So maybe you have to give 2 months rent up front. It doesn't go towards your rent. The landlord holds that money. Once your lease is done, if you have taken care of the house and abided by the terms of the contract, abided by, this means that you acted according to the terms. You abided by the terms. If you did that, they will give all of your money back. If they have to pay for repairs that are beyond the contract terms, they will take that out of your deposit. If you totally destroy the house, they'll take the deposit from you. Yeah, that basically covers it. One thing I want to talk about here is for Muslim countries, this interest, which is on a percentage basis, okay? If you buy it for $200,000 and you're paying 3% interest, that means every year you're paying the bank 3% of the cost of that house. And it is expensive. You basically pay double for the house, you know. Well, interest in Islamic countries is not allowed. It is haram. It is haram. So often banks will do halal loans. Let's see, halal loans. I do it like this, like the Urdu way. Halal loans. And in this, they will set up a set fee instead of interest. The idea is with interest, it compounds. So if you go beyond the terms, you're paying a lot more because interest compounds. It compounds. It compounds. And so if you are able to charge interest, you can make a lot of money. That's how credit cards work. So anyways, I hope this is useful for you as you're talking about renting or owning a house. So I will see you later. Make sure to like and subscribe and help me out. Share the channel with one person you know that is learning English. This will really help me out. Make sure to like and subscribe. That will also help me. Comment and hit us up on Facebook as well at RJK English. And let's talk about this. Ask me any questions. I will answer them. All right? See you later.